This is a disaster. This is unfortunate. It's a mess. Messy, messy, messy. I am honestly shocked that James Gunn let this happen, that Warner Brothers let this happen, that this is in the position we're in now after seeing all of this. And that the community is doing what the community does. So if you didn't know, and the reason why I have it as a small shot here is set photos leaked of the new Superman suit. And it's an absolute disaster that Warner Brothers and James Gunn let this happen the way it happened. We're talking about like worst case scenario. How could they not have known that this was going to happen? And they let this disaster occur with the internet seeing the suit in like mid movement and behind the scenes shots. It's really annoying. It's like when you're at the club and you're dancing and you're having a good time and you're like, and someone snaps a picture and then uploads it. And then you're stuck with that. You're stuck with that. That's why I hate these set photo situations. And that's why, to me, it's an absolute failure and disaster on their part by not releasing proper promotional photos of the suit before all of this happened. Because it's 2024. They knew where they were filming. They knew the possibility of photographers getting shots of these. And they let it happen before they released the proper like promotional thing for the suit. And clearly there are differences between the shot of him sitting down and this suit and the neck and some of the detailing. But it's too late now. It's too late now. They have let it happen. So we're going to go through these. Again, I wanted to wait until I gave you a chance to turn away if you don't want to see these, to kind of get my thoughts on all of it. I am going to talk about the suit and some of the issues that I see with it, but I want to remind everyone that there's probably multiple versions of the suit. They're probably going to digitally alter it in some shots to make it look different. Lighting plays a factor. There's a lot of things that are going to be a part of how this suit is presented to us on screen versus how it looks in these on-set photos. So I want to be very clear about that. I like to wait until we see it in motion in like a trailer, in a proper promo shot, like how they want it presented to us before I make any final decisions. So let's go through these. Here we go. We see Lois with Superman. From here, no issues. I think this shot is great. I think they look really good together. Yeah, I have no critiques on this one. Let's take a look at this next shot here. So here's the one that a lot of people are talking about. And this is the one that I kind of want to focus on primarily. So again, Lois looks great here. No issues. This is where the unfortunate nature of how these photos are taken plays out on the internet, which is why I said it's a disaster. It looks to me, from what I can tell, that the trunks portion of the suit is attached to the top. And so you get this high-waisted thing where it comes up like kind of where your belly button is. It just, to me, doesn't look right here. I think it needs to be at least an inch lower, maybe a half inch lower. It needs to come down a little bit because right now it's giving like it's pulling it up to the sky. That's what it's giving right now, and not in a good way. So it looks like it's attached to the top, which I'm not a fan of. Now there is also some bagginess, and we might see it in another photo here in a second. There's some bagginess in the legs that is a little off-putting. I feel like I'm going to save that for a second, but there is some bagginess in the legs. There's a little off-putting. I like the boots. There's a couple shots where you can see the boots. I think they look really good. My issue with the suit, probably my biggest issue, and let's see if you can see it here in this next photo. So yeah, this is a good one here. My biggest issue with the suit is how the top fits. And I was thinking when we saw the shots of him sitting down that maybe it was just the angle. But the suit feels a little like streetwear. Like Superman casual. You know what I mean? Like you're going out to hang out, with your friends, and you toss this on. And I see the aspect that people are calling it cosplay. In this shot, I cannot defend the suit because of those allegations. I can't. I think the design of the suit is fine. I didn't really like the overly stitched out detailing parts of it, like on the shoulders, into the arms, into the chest. I didn't like that. At seeing it here, I don't have a big issue with it. I think it's okay. But I need the top of that to be more. Right now, it is so flat. The front of that chest is so flat to me. It just does not read correctly as a Superman suit, to me personally. Like if you look at Tyler Hoechlin's, you look at Henry Cavill's, you look at the Brandon Routh suit, all of those suits, the more recent ones, they actually define the shape of Superman's physique. Even if it's not real or it's, it's padding or whatever, it still has some definition to it. This one looks like it could have a zipper in the middle of it, like a biker jacket. Like if you put a zipper in the middle of that, it looks exactly like a biker jacket. And here you can also see the bagginess in the pants, in the shorts, and how it looks like red material printed onto the blue. Like it doesn't look like two separate pieces. And that's what I was going to say in the last shot. And I waited till now to say it, but it doesn't, the bagginess in it makes it look like it's one piece. Like all of that is one pair of pants. And I've heard people say that it reminds them of pajamas and all, like people are going in. People are going in on this. They are letting them have it. So for me personally, I think not seeing a proper framing of the suit, seeing how it's going to look, how they want to present it to us, because they can do stuff in post. They can tuck in places. They can make it look a certain color. There's a lot of things they can do in post to fix these minor complaints. However, I think there are some things that no matter what you do, it's going to look the way it's going to look. And being someone who's been a fan of fashion for a very long time, there's a couple things here that are going to look the way they're going to look no matter what they do. That is the red portion of the trunks looking like their pajamas attached to the legs, like a onesie thing. There's not much they can do about that. That's just how it's going to look. Like the belt doesn't look like a real belt. Those are things that's going to be either very expensive to fix in post-production, or they're just going to look how they look right now. There's really not a lot they can do with that. They can do color correction. They can make things look a little snug. They can fix like I was saying, the looseness in the pants and things like that. The cape is going to look how it's going to look. They're not going to be able to change much with that, which is fine. I don't have an issue with the cape. And you can't see it here, but there is an S on the back of the cape. I don't have a problem with that either. So there are aspects of this that I really like. But I think it's really unfortunate that these are the photos that we got as fans first. This is such a high profile project, and there's a lot riding on this. There's a lot riding on this. And to just let this happen so everybody can just start dogging this and going in on it heavy. Like, I'm being critical, but there are some people that are letting them have it. I've seen it. Like, people are going crazy on this on Twitter. The memes, oh my God, the memes. Some of them are funny, but the memes are just insane on this fit. And again, there's a disaster here, and that is the fact that James Gunn and Warner Brothers did not do their due diligence and put out a proper promo of this before these leaked. Let's take a quick look at the Clark Kent look and a picture of Mr. Terrific, and then we're going to wrap all this up. All right, so this is him as Clark Kent. Everybody's kind of going in on the haircut. They're saying it's the broccoli TikTok cut. I don't really have too much of an issue with this. I think it's fine. It does look a little bit like a wig, but I don't think it is. I think that's his hair, but maybe it is a wig. I don't know. If it's a wig, they did a good job. It looks like his hair is just kind of brushed forward based on the set photos. It looks like here it's kind of brushed forward and a little perm to it. And when he's in the Superman suit, it's just kind of like they've got it gelled down and stuff. That's what I think. Not totally sure. Not much to say about this. It is what it is. And lastly, here are the set photos of Mr. Terrific. I have no notes about this. I think Mr. Terrific looks really, really good. This looks really good. It looks like it's ripped straight out of the comic books. Obviously, there's a difference in the lettering. As you can see here, most iterations of the Fair Play is white with red outline. Here they did red with a white outline. I mean, I guess some people might have an issue with that. I don't have a problem with it. But the overall look of it does look like it's ripped right out of the pages of the comic book with the face paint and everything. No real notes about the design. I know some people are saying that he doesn't look as muscular as he does in the comics. I don't have a problem with that. I think that's just kind of a weird nitpick. I think it's going to be fine. It's weird to me that this suit is so accurate to the comics, and the Superman suit seems to not necessarily pull directly from the comic. I'm going to leave it there and be nice about it. But those are my general thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. We're going to talk more about it as the week goes on. I'm really hoping that Warner Brothers and James Gunn decides to release something official by the time this video comes out, so that we'll have something to talk about on the live stream. But what are you thinking? Is it giving pajamas? Is it giving onesie? Is it giving cosplay? Let me know in the comments below.